Hey everybody, we're live. Jesse Dobeck here, and it's the Beyond Big Influence show, and I have a very good friend of mine, special guest, Jeanette Bretteville, with me here today. How you doing, Jeanette?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Awesome. So as you guys come on, just make sure that you share this out, because the information that we're going to share here today is absolutely amazing. Jeanette has a great experience in what she's doing. She's one of the best in the world at what she's doing. And we're here to help you clean up everything around you, like literally. I know everybody's disorganized in some way, even the most organized people. And when you can declutter and tidy up a little bit, it's going to improve your confidence, your self-esteem. It's going to improve your relationships, your business. And Jeanette here is going to share the secrets with how to pull this off. Because, I'm one of the people, like, I would just throw everything in the closet growing up or under the bed. I'm just like, I don't want to see it. I don't have time to mess around with it. I got to go to practice, or, I got to do my homework. And it just starts piling up and piling up and piling up. And if this sounds familiar, go ahead and put something in the comments, in the chat, and let us know. Because you might have some questions. You're going to learn a lot here today. Jeanette is amazing at what she does. I'm going to just intro her just a little bit here. Okay, so number one, Jeanette is from Norway. She's Norwegian businesswoman. She manages the company Bretteville AS. We're going to let you know how to follow her as we go here, and so you can get in touch with her. She's a certified consultant in the KonMari method. Okay, and I just watched the Tidy Show on Netflix, like the first episode last night. So Marie Kondo, she's built this massive brand, and she helps people all over the world go into their house and help them out. And Jeanette is Norway's only platinum level and one of the 100 most experienced consultants in the world in the KonMari method. Okay, so she is qualified here to do everything that Marie's doing, maybe even better in some ways, maybe the same, and really help you get your life in order and get everything in order so you can achieve your goals in business and life. A lot of people here are entrepreneurs and they want to learn how to do marketing. Well, these principles that you're going to learn here today are going to help you with your landing pages, with your funnels, with building your business, with organizing your team. I think this is something I'm going to learn a lot from, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So her goal is to give people confidence that they have what they need on all levels to tidy their homes and lives privately and professionally. She's a very creative marketing person. She has more than 30 years experience in managing people and companies. And she has experience from insurance, media, consulting, and retail. She brings a lot of background here. And she's been featured on TV and a whole bunch of different areas of the world. And I'm excited to have her on the Beyond Big Influence show. So with that, Jeanette, how are you feeling right now?
I feel the pressure that we should.
Feeling the pressure? No, hey, there is absolutely no pressure here. Just so you guys know, I mean, Jeanette, English isn't her first language, but she's coming on here. And the one thing that I respect the most in business is when you can do business in multiple languages, because it's not easy just to communicate, like, where's the bathroom, or, what's for dinner. But she's actually communicating at a very, very high level in multiple languages. And that's something, Marie Kondo, when I was watching the show, she had a translator following her. She didn't know English, so the fact that you're trying and you're doing a great job of it, I'm really, really impressed. So we're happy to have you on the show. So can you share with us how you got into helping people get more organized and get more tidy?
Yeah, I will share that. And I hope that during this podcast, I also can give some advice to people. I think I have 3.
100%. I got so many questions here. It's going to blow your mind. So, but no pressure. No pressure.
I begin with, I was working in an insurance company. I had great colleagues. I had a good boss. Everything was really good. But I was working a lot. And every time when I came home, I felt that it was something that I had to do. I could never relax. I could never just enjoy. I always had something to do. And I used every weekend, every holiday for tidy my garage, my room, my cleaning. I was so tired of always have something to do. And after a while, I went to my doctor, and I felt it was something. I put on some weight. I had some headache. A lot of things going on. Yeah. And my doctor said that you should do more things that brings joy. You should do more that fill up you, so you could be a good person, a healthy person. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, good idea. I will do something that makes me good, so I can relax. When I came home, it was not possible. I could not relax, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs knows this situation. That you're not done. It's not like, okay, now it's I can just relax. It's not that. Yeah. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe what do I like to do? And I was like, I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I was not in music. I was not dancing. I didn't do Zumba. I didn't like to. I didn't know. And then I was thinking about I need to do something to really find what brings me joy. And you see this show from Marie Kondo, and she said the really important thing is to find what sparks joy. What sparks joy for you, and leave the other things. And that's where it started. I bought her book. I started to tidy my home, searching not for clutter but for joy. Does it give meaning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what is joy for me? Okay. And I was literally take everything in my home. I took it out. Does this bring me joy? Yes or no? And when I was finished with the house, I felt that, okay, this makes so sense. I really need to help other people to do the same. And I quit my job. Everyone thought I was crazy. And I quit my job, and I went to New York, and I met Marie Kondo and her team and get trained. Wow. This was in December 19. So I just hit the
So December of 2019, you went out to New York and you met with Marie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went home to Norway and started to my business that I call, at the first time I called it tidy your stuff, not move your stuff, because everyone who tidy, they just move their stuff. You do your bedroom and it looks amazing, but the next room, is all the clutter is there.
In the closet. Look in the closet. Open the closet.
Yeah. And then you do that. You move around your house, and if you have a garage, the garage is full. You cannot have your car there because all the clutter is in there. And then you need the garage for the car, and it's a never-ending story. So, yeah. So that's what I really wanted to do this, and I was starting to work one by one. And it's a lot of people who need my help, and that's where I come in contact with you.
Yeah, 100%. So you just saw this is the most important thing in your life. Yes. If you do this for yourself, this is going to change everything. It's like the number one thing of anything else. This is the most important thing. Yes. Because now I'm going to be able to lose weight. Now I'm going to be able to just, clean everything up. Now I'm going to have more clarity. Now I'm going to think clearly. Now I'm going to make good decisions. Like all this positive energy is just going to start coming into my life that you're like, I'm going to go not only to do this to help me, but I need to share this with the world.
Yes.
That's how you got into this. Okay. So that's amazing.
When you do decluttering like this, you get to know yourself in a way. You don't. My best friend, she's a psychiatrist, and I tell her that I'm not just better therapist, because we go through all the stuff and we say goodbye with all the bad stuff. We say goodbye to all the things that we don't want, and we look for the future, and we search for happiness, and we make a reset. Okay. Things could happen, but okay, That's fine. This is the future. So yeah, I mean, it's so important for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was trying to come up with names or titles for what we're going to do here today, I put up like tidy house, tidy mind, tidy house, tidy life. And then me and Sherisse settled on declutter plus de-stress equals success. What do you think most describes, if you could describe it in a few words, what the work that you do? Like what you're doing something to elevate something else. What would that be?
I think it's difficult to explain that short, but I think the book of Marie Kondo in Norwegian is calling magic tiding.
Oh, okay.
Magical tiding. And I
magical
think,
tiding?
Yeah, I don't know what you call it in other countries, but that's what you call it. And I think that's what I'm doing and helping to make the magic happen.
Yeah.
And what is the magic? I don't know. I just help to find what is the magic in your life. And it could be to find a partner, it could be to make a house, to make a business, to change friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's also possible. You can use the method for all aspects of your life. So my main thing is that I learn the method of making magic happen.
Okay. So were those things like tidy house, tidy mind, tidy house, tidy life, declutter plus de-stress equals success? I mean, is that summing it up in some ways, or is that way off?
It does, and even in a normal family, I think it was IKEA, the furniture.
Yeah, IKEA. Yeah, I like going in there. It's pretty interesting. Go through a maze. It's like going through a fun house.
Yeah, and they asked a lot of women with children, and they ask how much time do you use every day to search for things.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are, Mama, where is my, and the husband, where is my, and I cannot find, and you have to buy a copy, and yeah. And IKEA found out that a normal housewife used 7 hours every week searching for stuff.
Yeah.
7 hours she should use for doing yoga or just doing nothing or just relax.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, 7 hours of your life you should be able to relax.
Yeah.
And most people, because they're not organized, how much time is this going to save you by just getting all your stuff, less things around, right? You tell me, what is the goal? Getting less things, putting them in the right place, knowing where things are. Once you use something, put it back where it's supposed to be so you know where it is, so you don't have to spend any time trying to find it.
Yeah.
Are these some of the things? Can you explain what exactly you do inside of a house?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I always start. I always start to find out what kind of life do you want to live.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's different if you want to do more handcraft, or do you want to have a lot of children, or do you want to downsize, or do you want to live like a minimalist, or do you want, we talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. So you get to know them a little bit, you figure out what their goals are, and then you start creating a plan. So is it a customized plan for each person?
Yes or no. That's why it's also working online, because the method is the same. The answer is in you. So
okay. So they feel like it's custom because you're going to ask a few questions, and depending on how they answer those questions, it might be a little bit different the way you answer it, but the fundamentals are the same.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
So, in other consultants that do the same work, they take room by room. Mm-hmm. But in Marie Kondo, we do what do you call it? Sections.
Sections.
Yeah, so we do clothes, all the textile, clothes, books, paper, all the paper, also the digital.
Yeah.
It's really hard work, but it's so good. And after that, we do what we call kimono. It's a Japanese for everything.
Okay.
It's all you have in the kitchen, in your bathroom, in like batteries, like Q-tips, everything. Mm-hmm. And after that, we finished with the sentimentals, and that's all the things that could be hard to take a decision on. It could be small.
Because you want to keep it, right? Yeah, I was watching that show last night, and they had this big thing of their wedding photos, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's so big. Like, let's see if we can get it smaller.
Yeah.
Right? Organize it up a little bit, because we can't throw away these photos. I mean, these are like our wedding day, and this is this is the most exciting day. But it was this big thing that's taking up all this space. So there, you might have to critically think a little bit on how you're going to do it, but you're really trying to shrink it down so it's more concise, it's more organized in a certain area, right?
And also, we don't start the first day to find out if you're going to take away the wedding pictures or not. We are building up the muscles to taking decisions.
Oh, okay.
So
that's
why we wait until the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like if I do the closet with you, a closet detox with you, and find a sweater and I say, I never used it, but I like it the way, but I don't. And you don't know what to do. We save it for the end, because at the end, then you know more what brings you joy or not.
Yeah.
At that time, you know who you are. No, I'm not the person that used like a pink sweater anymore. So that's the method.
Okay, let's get into, maybe you could answer this. There's a little psychology stuff that I was seeing when I was watching the show yesterday. Stuff that resonates with me personally, because, I grew up, my parents did the laundry, they washed all the dishes. Like, I was spoiled because they like doing that. Like, they grew up on a farm and they did that kind of work when they were kids and they were used to doing it. And it was just, so they never really asked me to do it, So I was, and a lot of kids grow up and they're doing dishes and they have to do their own laundry, and it's just like how it is. I didn't have to do that. Now I got into a routine where I really hate doing it. And that's what they're saying. I just hate laundry. I just see it. Oh God. So how do you overcome this if you've been years and years and years of not doing it? Because I will say this, if I don't do the dishes and they're sitting there for like a week or even longer and they're piling up and you're just like, I'm just don't, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, it stresses you out. And then when you do it, I'm like, okay, finally I'm gonna suck this up and do it. And my back's hurting a little bit because I'm scrubbing. I just want to do it as fast as I can and I get it done. But then I'm like, I feel, dude, my confidence is up here. I'm just like, so what is it that's blocking people from taking action and doing it? Because I think a lot of people know that they need to do things, but they don't know, they just can't get themselves to do it. So what's an easy way for you to talk people into, changing, or how do we develop? Because even if you like go into somebody's house and tidy it up, like I have a maid that comes and like cleans up, it's still going to get messed up. If she doesn't come back, it's going to go haywire again. So how can we program ourselves to not only figure out what to do, but actually take action on it and get it done?
I completely understand the situation, and I think you can compare it with to have a personal trainer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know that you will be more fit if you run. If you do your push-ups, sit-ups, and everything, it will be good. But you hate it, so you don't do it. So sometimes it's better to have a personal trainer in decluttering. But not everyone can hire consultants like me. So the other thing is that if you really if you hate to do workouts,
Yeah.
the one thing that you really want to know is how can I make result fast,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
How can I make sure that maybe I only have to do this once? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
if someone comes to you and say, you will be so fit in 12 weeks, and I will learn you, if you do exactly what I say, you will never do it again. It's the last time. Then you will buy my program. That's the same in Marie Kondo. It's really, you save time. You don't move around your stuff. You tidy and declutter and finished. So
Yeah.
I had to tell you, because a lot of friends, when they heard that I went to New York, they said, "What, Jeanette, you are so messy. You are the one in the world. We could never think that you should be a declutter expert." But that's true. I don't like to tidy. I will use my time better than go around picking up stuff, find, organize, put in boxes, label. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I will do it once, and then I will live my life.
Yeah.
I don't have time to this. I will do better things. I will spend time with my kids. I will be out. I will do my business. I don't want to use a lot of time of holding and searching for stuff and like that.
Yeah, one thing that I've found in my life, because I played a lot of sports, I played basketball and baseball and football, soccer. So I would always be trying to get better so I could win the game.
Yeah.
So that would make me work out extra hard because I'm getting ready for a championship game, right? Yeah. So I have motivation. So do I love working out? Not really, but I love looking good. I love playing good in front of people.
Yeah.
And I love feeling like everywhere I go, like, hey, you feel more confident and empowered. Like after I go to the gym for like a week straight and I'm, getting on the weights and, stretching good. So I'm like staying loose and I'm getting stronger. And I'm physically getting more fit because my heart rate's getting up higher and I'm just, the blood's flowing a little bit more. And I just feel better. When I'm walking around everywhere I go, I feel amazing. But then you fall into a trap of not working out for like a week, and then it turns into a month, and then it turns into 2 months. And it's like, but then once you get that blood flowing one time, then you're like, you're kind of addicted to it again for a while, but then you fall back in the trap. It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
So is this similar with what you're talking about with?
Yeah, because if you take your closet and take out the clothes that you don't use anymore and maybe give it to your donation or something, you feel very good, give it to the poor, or you maybe sell it or something, you listen, it's a good feeling. But just after a couple of weeks again, you're back again. It's like the same. So you want more of that feeling that, I like it when it's like I can look at everything and, well, every time I go in the closet, it looks good. I like that. Yeah. So then we have to find the solution that makes it easy for you to stay, that everything stays like that. And that's not very hard. So, but like Marie Kondo and I'm telling is that you have to declutter first and then organize and make a routine that makes it okay, so that you can live with it. Because normally it's because you drop out of the good routine because you have too much stuff normally.
And that's, I have a question here. Why do people need so much junk? Yeah. I mean, it's like you don't want to get rid of it. It's like you got it and you're just holding on to it. And it's just like, this is just taking up space. Like, why do people have the need to need so much stuff? And especially in the US, I mean, they need to consume everything under the sun. They need to buy everything. They're competing with all these people for what they have. And they just won't get rid of it or sell it or whatever. They just need it. It's like, why can't everybody just have a garage sale like 10 times a month and just be happy with what they have?
But that was the thing, the doctor told me, go home and do something that brings joy for you. The first thing I did was that I found a big bag with candy, and I was eating the candy.
Yeah.
And it was good for 5 minutes, and then it didn't give me anything. And then I was thinking, maybe some wine could be good. A glass of wine could be good. No, it didn't give me any joy. And then it could be, okay, maybe I go to the mall. Maybe I should shop. I need some more clothes. Or maybe cut my hair. I mean, we try to fill up the emptiness with stuff. It could be food, it could be whatever. But the thing is that if you search for joy, what gives you joy? It's harder you go to the mall and I don't need this. I don't need it. I don't even go shopping anymore because I only do if I really need something. And then I really know what to search for. I'm not like just going around and just see what I'm just paid.
Yeah.
So when people tell me that it's expensive to have a personal training in decluttering, yes, but you save a lot of money too. You don't have to buy it anymore. You finish.
Okay.
You know what you need.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing because people spend money on so many things. Like if I go in my closet, there's probably like 10 or 20 shirts that I wear, but I have like 200 shirts.
Yeah.
Like, so 180 of those shirts that I paid money for that really are just sitting there, and I just look at them and I'm like, I'm going to wear that like maybe someday. Yeah. I think, I might, and you never know, I might, wear it at some point for something because it matches with something that I need. But like one day out of 10,000 days, and like I didn't get any value out of this. So I feel like
someone else could look good in this church. It doesn't have to be, and you always look through the 80 shirts before you find the 20 you like. You will always look for it. So you can just take it away. 80% of your closet, I'm sure, can go away to someone else.
Yeah, and then you look in there and you're like, it's going to be easy for me to find the shirt that I'm actually going to wear because I'm not looking through 200 shirts to find a couple that I'm actually going to wear. I just feel like there's so many people like this. I mean, I know somebody that has like 1,000 pairs of shoes. It's like, what do you need 1,000 pairs of shoes for? I mean, there's people that barely have one, like they don't have 0 pairs of shoes and they're probably more happy than you because you spend all your day just looking at all these shoes. I mean, I get it if it's a hobby and you just love it and you're like, or you have a business about shoes. So it's like, and you just really love shoes. I mean, I get that, but do you really need that many? Like, why didn't you just get 100 shoes? Why do you need 1,000,
And for women at my age, it's quite normal to have clothes for every size. We have we have dresses that fits if I get bigger. I have dresses for if I get smaller. I have dresses if I go to a funeral. Maybe not in right. We it's very hard for us to say no, I don't need it anymore. So and I'm telling if you don't want to be bigger, don't prepare your closet for going bigger. I mean, it's like universe, hey, I can be really big because I have all the clothes I need if I get bigger. You should get rid of it. Don't prepare for what you don't want.
Yeah.
And I have a story. It's a friend of mine. Her husband said to her that meet me at the airport. I will go to a special weekend with you, and just meet me at the airport. I pack a bag and we meet. And she was so thrilled, and it was so nice. But I was thinking, if my husband did that, you could, I don't know, he will put the wrong clothes. He will put clothes that maybe don't fit, maybe too short, maybe destroyed, maybe I don't like it. I mean, it's before I declutter, of course, but it should be that everything you have is stuff that you could just put in the bag and leave the home. Your husband.
Okay, no, that's a great hack. If you can't just grab your stuff, and how much time should you need to put it in a bag? Like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
If you can't put it in 10 minutes and put it in there, like you probably shouldn't have it.
And someone else could do it for you.
Yeah. Somebody else could
why
the bags for you because it's all there. Yeah. Okay. So once you're going back to my question before, because we didn't really get to it, we kind of fizzled off into some other thing. And then we're going to get into how you're building your brand and the beyond big influence side of, the business side of things. We're going to get into that in just a second, everybody. So how much time is this going to save you if somebody hired somebody like you to help them out, like a couple sessions, and they got into a routine, and maybe you check in once a month, or I don't know, exactly how you work with every single person, but if they took your services, and how much time is it going to save them in their life and money? Like, can you talk about that? Do you know some of those stats?
I don't have the numbers. And
just in general, like what you would think, like what has it done for you per se? Like if you could, I know I'm putting you on the spot there, but this is just a question that I have for, figure it out. Okay. Cause I want to motivate people because they need motivation, right? Like, okay, you're going to win a championship in basketball and, in your high school, if you do all these things, and here's the blueprint, right? So you're going to give them some blueprint. Like what's the motivation? They want to save time. They want to save money. Like, about how much do you think? I mean, I know these are some of the things we'll do together to find out exactly, because we need to market this kind of stuff. But what would you think?
I find it difficult to tell exact how much money, because but you could in the IKEA example, it's 1 day a week you use for searching. Okay, how much is one
whole day, 24 hours?
Yeah. How much money? What do you say? 7 hours. How much do you get paid? And if you save 7 hours every week, then you can see that.
7 hours a week. Okay.
It's almost.
So they're gonna save about 7 hours a week. You think, if you really get organized?
Yeah. That's what the care said.
So if you make, you make $50 an hour, or $10 an hour, or $50 an hour, or $100 an hour. I mean, some people would say, my time's worth $1,000 an hour or $2,000 an hour. I mean, just multiply that by 7 every single week. So times 4 for the month. So if it's like $700, like $100 an hour, it's probably, people are like that. That's what it would be for my time, times 700 times 4, $2,800. So $2,800 a month you're going to save. And then per year, I mean, just multiply that by 12. So I'm not going to do it right now, but you guys can. So anyway, this is what you're going to save money-wise. I mean, that's a pretty conservative estimate right there. I think that's a pretty good way to look at it. And if you had that much money coming in, what could you do with that? Just think about it.
Don't shop. Don't use the money for shopping.
Yeah. Don't use the money for shopping, and then it's then you're gonna have to. Use it for something that you need. That's not gonna clutter up your life more, right?
But like the thing that my clients normally tell me is not that they save so much money. It's more like they get their health back. They have a more enjoyable life. They have. They really. It's not, you cannot value it. It's health and joy and life. So. Yeah,
one thing that I saw, can you talk about this a little? And then we're going to talk about marketing, I swear. Marie Kondo, at the end of the shows, these people were emotional. They're like, my relationship with my spouse is better. I have more time for myself. I'm more happy. I mean, I just enjoy the house. It looks great. It feels great. I can come home from work and I have something to look forward to, versus before I didn't realize how much I dreaded coming home just because of how cluttered it is. I mean, they were like literally in tears. Can you explain some of the situations that you've had working with people and their reactions?
Yeah. It's at the end, it's always easy to see the result and find that very good. But it's also a lot of reaction during the decluttering, because it's so much emotions we have to things. it could be a smell. It could be something that was from your grandmother. It could be everything. My client today, we were doing her spaces. Do you know cinnamon, salt, and pepper, and like that?
Yeah, spices.
Spices.
Yeah. Yep.
Norwegian, sorry.
Yeah, you're doing great on the English, by the way. You're really, it's really awesome. So keep it up. You're good. You're great.
She was doing her kitchen, and then I saw that she was really like holding something back, and I could see that she was almost in tears, and it was because of the cinnamon. And
the cinnamon,
yeah,
one spice on the whole rack.
Yeah. And I asked, what happened? What happened? No, it reminds me so much about my grandmother. She always came there to me. I could literally feel, I get goosebumps. She was almost there.
Right down your back, yep.
The smell and the grandmother have been passed away for a while, and I said, okay, tell me a little bit about her. And she said, oh no, she was so nice, and she took care of me when I was a kid, and blah blah. And I think it's important to just make time for this reaction also, to just be grateful. Thank you, grandmother. I'm happy for the cinnamon. I will use more cinnamon, she said. I will bring my grandmother. I will make some cake, apple cake, to remember her. And so that's a kind of emotional and positive vibration and a good thing. But also sometimes when I work with people, they can get really angry or mad. They can find divorce papers. There can be bad things. There can be stuff that didn't serve them. And in that point, it's very important for me to say, okay, it's great that you don't need him anymore. Be thankful for what you have, and goodbye. And then you just kiss goodbye and continue.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then you feel much more like, oh. And then when you take away all the clutter, like all the bad stuff, it's much more easy to see all the good things. It's much more easy to smell the cinnamon. It's much more easy to remember the good things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's all great stuff. I mean, there's certain things that bring positive energy to you, your vibe, your aura, whatever you want to call it. There's things in your house that bring in good and bad energy, right? Yeah. And you want to find those things that are bringing the good energy so you can bring more of that and position it in different areas. And things that are bad, just eliminate it and get it out of there. So now you're developing a more consistent, positive flow of energy so you can get more done, right? Mm-hmm. Have more success.
And also when you declutter, you can also have a look what you kept. Like my husband, he likes books. It's his friends, every book. He don't want to get rid of any book because he loves every one of the books. But when he tidied the books, he when you look at his bookshelves, do you say that, bookshelves?
Bookshelves, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then you look at it and you say, oh, now I can see what I really like. I like history. I like the Second World War. Yeah. And then he could get to know himself better to see what he likes. And after when we do your clothes, you can say, oh, I think I only like blue shirts. Yes, you do. You don't need to buy any red anymore because you can see what you like. So you get to know yourself better.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah, that's amazing because the more you get to know yourself and you can get clarity on what you need to do in your life, you can impact those around you. So I know now you're bringing your stuff onto the internet, right? You're building your brand, you're doing your thing. I mean, we started working together recently, but you've been working with our community for a while and you're really having success, which is really amazing. So what are you excited? What are you most excited about? I know we're going to really dive in and do some work together. And, this is a great way for me to get to know you. I mean, we're in that process of like really getting to know each other, because I need to I want to help you get this out to the world. I think it's so important that what you do, not only is it helping me right now and all the viewers and everybody watching, but I think you're going to impact millions and millions of people. I mean, I know what Marie Kondo did with her brand, but what is your vision for what you're going to do online, or what, with your impact to the world?
My vision is, from the beginning, my big vision was to help people to have the same experience that I had, because for me it was so magical. It was so life-changing. That was like, I need to do this. It was not like I didn't have any choice. I had to do it. And I want to bring it to so many people as possible. And I've been in I don't know if you know that, but I've been in class with Sherisse every Wednesday. I show up. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And it really inspired me to think bigger, because when we live in Norway, it's very easy to just think just around it. I live in an area where there's a lot of rich people. And I thought in the beginning that this will be my clients who lives there, my neighbors. But the truth is, no, it's not. I work all over the Norway, and now also other countries. So my goal is to get out of the neighborhood. It's not only for the very small amount of people who can afford it. I want to help as many as I can. And the thing is that what I'm saving the stories. Every time when I tidy with a client, I need to know what happened next. I'm not done when we are finished. I need to know what happened next. Are your business going well? Did you find your new partner? Did you move? Something happen? I love these stories. And at the end, I will give a book to the world with all the stories about the magical decluttering.
Yeah, I think you're going to do more than give a book to the world. Right now, just so you know, you're already reaching people in the English language all over the world. I mean, we got a few people on live right now, but we're going to get this out to a lot more people. Once we release it on the YouTube, it'll get 2,000 views in the first couple of days. So, I mean, you're doing that. I got to say, you're speaking English amazingly well. Everybody can understand what you're saying and what you mean, and you're going to go out there and reach the masses, because Norway, it might be small, but in the English market, in that language, it's universal. It's the most universal language that there is, and the biggest audience that there is. And you're well on your way. I mean, you just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to achieve whatever you want to achieve with your brand. Because you're an amazing person, and I will say this: I'm going to make sure that happens, because we're going to work together. We're going to scale out in the Norwegian market. You said a couple other Scandinavian. Just so you guys know, I'm working with Jeanette, and she's been working with Sherisse for a while on my team, and she's done amazing work. Her first launch, she did like $10,000 in sales. She sold 20 people for $500 a course, and that's just the beginning. Because thousands of people need to buy your course, because they could just go through the course for $500. It's going to save you potentially. We already went over the numbers, $2,800 a month. I think that's a pretty conservative number. If you go through the course and do what you need to do, and then maybe hire Jeanette a little bit to help keep you on track so you can stay up with it. But we're going to get this course out all over the world, because you can easily do it in English. And
thank you.
For getting people onto it. So I'm really excited to, share everything that you're doing with the world. And what are you excited about as far as creating? I know you got your course, you talked about a book. Are you going to start, really producing a lot of content on social media? What is your marketing plan? I know we're going to develop it together, but in your mind, what would that look like?
I already do a lot of content in Instagram and Facebook, and I had my time in Clubhouse as well. And if I have some more time, maybe I will do more on YouTube. But I'm also planning to make a TV show for teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah, because the thing that maybe I'm most proud of is that I have 2 boys. One is 15 and one is 16. And you can go to their room anytime and it always look good.
Oh, really? They're the opposite of every teenager that I know in America. So
I know how to do it. I know what to do.
It's working. Absolutely.
I will make a TV show for them. So a friend of mine, she's really, really good, and we already wrote it, and I hope maybe during the year. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I put up Jeanette's Instagram, so go to Instagram, and it's Bretteville AS.
Yeah.
At Bretteville AS. Just look for Bretteville AS. Follow Jeanette. Make sure that you get in touch with her. You can send her a DM if you need her help. Make sure you get her course. Her course is amazing. She's getting people going through it. Testimonials are coming at us. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, her first things that she did, she ran some ads, got people on her webinar, and she got 20 people to join for $500. So can you share a little bit of the testimonials of people that have gone through your course, or have you gotten any people all the way through it? Like, what's happened with people going through your course? Any feedback on that yet?
I can tell that, I don't know. I remember I was at a webinar and they told me that it was like 30% or something that finished every course. That means that 70% don't do the course. They just pay and they don't go there. And every time someone signed up to my course, I said, it's not allowed to quit. Never. It's not allowed to not open the course. I will make you go through this. You are going to do this. If you say yes to me now, you have to follow it. Mm-hmm. Which means that it's 100% of all my students have done the course.
100% have completed it.
Yes.
I think you're the only one in the history of the world that's done that, which is amazing. So we're going to have to keep that up. If we get 1,000 people, we got to get 1,000 for 1,000, I mean, that's like incredible because, the statistics of people taking online courses that buy a course, it's like about 10% or less.
Yeah,
so the fact that so that's pretty remarkable.
If someone trusts me and think that I can save their life and make magic happen, I don't want only their money, because remember, I don't do the decluttering. I'm saving the stories. I want to know what's happening. And if they don't do the course, I will never get any history. So it's very egoistic. I really need to know what's happening when you do the course. If you don't do the course, I will not have any history. So you have to do the course. And what I told everyone, that if you don't manage, please tell me.
Yeah.
Which were easy because we only was 20. So it was easy. So they can say, no, I find it a little bit difficult. I didn't understand. And okay. And then I adjust course. I help them to find out what to do. And then I build my course so good that it could fit. Mm-hmm. More or less everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And your course is in Norwegian right now, right?
Yeah. That's because I didn't know that I could speak English.
Yeah, you didn't know. I mean, you're like, you think my English is good enough? Here, let me just tell you. Okay. So somebody, people are out there posting stuff. We don't know who this is because it's, StreamYard. They didn't accept like the terms or whatever. It won't show it. But somebody's saying your English is great, totally clear and understandable. So I'm just giving you confidence there. The English course will be coming, guys. Me and Jeanette work together long enough. We'll make sure that happens because there's a big market there for you. I do want to get launched in the Norwegian market, get the testimonials built up. We can translate some of it over, obviously. So it'll be great. So we'll get the feedback, get it launched, get it profitable, and then we'll work on the expansion of it. But it really is amazing what you do, Jeanette. And I've learned a lot just being on here. You know, I'm like, okay, I got to save. I think my time's more valuable than $100 an hour. But let's say, you know, I got to save $5,000 or $10,000 a month. So I better get my act together. So I really appreciate what you do. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are interested in that as well. And, you know, if Marie Kondo is doing what she's doing in the English market on Netflix, getting a translator, getting her own show, I mean, this is what is possible with the work that you do. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can do. I think, you know, you build up your own show, your own reality show online, and we'll you know, talk through how that would look. You'll end up getting a big deal like her and millions of dollars and building your brand all over the world as well. So this is a really fun project that we're doing together. I'm definitely taking it very seriously. I'm excited for it. I know you've had some of your people. I saw when you posted it on your Facebook wall, you had a lot of engagement. So I know people are tuning in. I don't know if they understand what we're saying here in English, but I will say that it's been amazing. I got a really good sense of, you know, what you're all about here. I really appreciate what you do, and I look forward to taking your work and bringing it into my house and all the people around me and promoting it and making sure that people are taking this seriously, because most people, they'll roll their eyes about it and say, come on, you know, and their ego gets in the way. Can you talk about that? Like, is it ego that's blocking people from this too, or what would you think?
Yeah, you mean in decluttering or making the business?
I'm going back to the decluttering. Why are people, you know, because I was watching the show and like the man was like, this is my wife's thing, I'm not into this, you know. It's like, is it ego that's going to block people from doing this?
I will not call it the ego, but they overthink. They overthink too much. So the thing is that it's not. Yeah, you think, no, this is so stupid. We should manage this alone. It's so stupid to hire people to help us to declutter, or everyone should have a mixmaster. Everyone should have a garage. Everyone should have a house. No. What you feel, what brings you joy. Not everyone should have. Not everyone need a dog. Maybe you need a dog. I don't know. Maybe you should have. Don't overthink. Feel.
Yeah, don't overthink. Just feel in the inside what you're feeling, and then that can allow you to make the decisions and the actions on how to get more organized. So. Yeah. Anyway, Jeanette, you know, thanks for jumping on here. I think we had a great session. Is there anything else you want to share with the people? I know you have a website. Let me go ahead and pop that up there. So I think this is your site, right? Bretteville.no.
It's in perfect Norwegian.
Yeah, so this is a Norwegian site. I don't know if you can translate. I mean, Google's got their own translator thing. So some of it, if it's not an image, you can probably translate it.
If someone listening and watching and have any question, I will be more than happy to speak English to you. So just call me or send me a message.
Yeah, and they can is there a contact page on your site?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you can go to her site and get in touch with her through her site. You can obviously go over to Instagram here and you can send her a DM and she can get you access to her course and help you out. If you need her one-on-one help, you know, she's happy to work with you and work out a deal.
And especially if you're an entrepreneur and need some time to rest in your home, you really should take contact because it's so nice when you can rest in your home and then you can do your work with your business.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I never rest enough, and I'm always like, I part of my problem when I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna rest, I'm like, no, I got more work to do. I need to build this funnel. Like, it was due like 3 days ago, and I need to do it right now. Like, And it's like I'm doing it until 2 a.m. and then I'm like trying to go to sleep, but now I'm thinking about the funnel. Now I'm not even sleeping good. So then I wake up and I'm like, I'm having like dreams where I didn't even fully fall asleep because I just keep thinking about the funnel over and over and over again all night because I didn't relax. I didn't like unwind, and take the time to just fully like let my body melt into my sleep,
We should work on this while we are working together.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why I'm here. It's like, yeah, we need to, we can help each other. And this is definitely something that everybody needs for sure, So absolutely. Well, is there any last things that you want to share or any last words you want to give to the people while we're here today?
Well, I was just thank you to listening. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm so happy about everything.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, this won't be the last time. We'll give them an update once we, do some launching and start getting your brand going, and you'll learn more about your method and you'll have more people that you're working with to talk about that. So you're more than welcome to come on here anytime. I'd like to have you back to kind of share an update with how everything's going. This is the Beyond Big Influence Show with Jesse Dobeck, special guest Jeanette Bretteville. And guys, make sure that you tidy up your life so you can tidy your mind, tidy your everything's going on around you. And de-stress plus declutter equals success. We're here with Jeanette Bretteville. We went over that. If you're just tuning in, make sure you watch from the very beginning. And we'll see you guys again in the next episode. All right, take care.